Welcome to the brightest corner of my apartment. I wanted to do a bit of an upper body gear overhaul and try on for anyone who's interested in the fit and the texture and the quality of a couple of women's jacket options. There's not a ton on the market, but there are some really great ones that I would recommend. So first up, I want to talk about the ATWYLD all-time moto jacket. The inside is this like taffeta blend lining that's super nice. You've got a pocket on the right over here, and then all of the hardware is kind of a brushed black. I've had this for about a year and a half now. There is some wear on some of the hardware, and I can show some more detail on that. Mine is in a size small and fits like this. I love that this jacket can be both kind of the Cafe Racer style, where it is zipped all the way up, and it's got the short lapel, and it's got a straight zipper. So it makes for a really nice silhouette. This jacket is Kevlar lined, so it's super protective. It's got a pretty heavy grain cowhide leather. I'll have to put up on the screen exactly the weight on that. And it's got a good slim fit, but with room. It extends nicely down the back, so you can keep everything covered even if you're in a more aggressive riding position. I've worn it both this way with it all the way done up in the front, and also I pretty frequently wear it snapped like this and open. This is nice, especially on kind of more hot summer days. There are a couple downfalls to this jacket. It's my basically everyday jacket. I wear it throughout most of the summer, but it has no ventilation built into it. And it also, this is kind of random, but the fact that these zippers over here are on the bottom, it's handy to have them obviously if you put on a couple layers under this jacket, but when I wear this and go to work or something and I keep it on during the day, these get in the way of like any kind of tasks that I'm doing. So if I'm using my hands at all, these are knocking on my keyboard, or even, you know, they could be hitting your tank or something else. So that's one disadvantage. So it would be awesome if the zipper were up top, but it's really not a big deal because when you're riding, most of the time the zippers themselves aren't an issue. One great thing about this jacket is that the pockets are really roomy, so you can actually put things in here, and then there's the other pocket on this side inside of the jacket. So I tend to put my phone or my wallet in this one, and my phone and wallet can fit in really any of these pockets, and that's super duper great. It's a lot of women's apparel, and one of these jackets you'll see has teeny tiny pockets. Next up, I wanted to talk about this ATWYLD armored jacket. I don't remember what they call it on their website, but it's got C approved. I know it's got some lightweight elbow, shoulder, and back protection. It's super great because it firms up on impact. So it's lightweight when you're just wearing it, and then in the case of a crash, it will get harder and protect you from a lot of the road impact and abrasion. So this is super funny because it makes you look like, I feel like this would be really fun for a superhero costume. It makes me look just like incredibly just like ripped. This feels like one of those kids like Hulk costumes or Superman costumes that you get at Halloween store. But yeah, it's really handy because you can just put this on under any jacket and you'll get the extra protection. And because it's the more lightweight protection, I wear this instead of some of the padding that came with different jackets, because some of them, they feel like rubber tires. They feel just like very heavy and dense. And these I appreciate so much that they're lightweight. You know, when you're on the bike, ounces count. Oh yeah, this is a much higher quality back protector too than some of the ones that come with more affordable jackets. So this armored shirt goes great underneath, of course, the ATWYLD jacket. One qualm I have about this shirt, if I do have any, is the fact that, so it's cool that they have these little thumb slots, if you know what I mean, for your finger to go through, so it's easy to slide it into the jacket without having to hold on to the lining of it. When you put your arm through the jacket, it could get caught. But I kind of wish, I know it's mostly just for the on-off process, but I kind of wish they were a little bit bigger. They're small and you can't really keep them on like this while you're riding, I find, because it starts to cut off your circulation a little bit. There's small holes and then there's just like a lot of tension and pulling. So I don't know if they could have made the holes a little bit bigger and reinforced them with something soft. I think that would be super great, but otherwise you don't have to ride like this. It never hikes up or gets out of place if you just take your thumbs out of the holes and leave it like that. But on cold winter days, it would be kind of nice to have my thumbs through there and then the glove on top, and it would be very cozy. But you can't always get what you want. Alright, so it definitely gives me a little bit more girth. It makes everything a bit more fitted, but this is how the jacket looks with the armor put into it. And this is definitely a broken-in jacket. In the first place, it's a very soft leather. I was at the dealership and someone was holding my jacket and they're like, wow, this jacket feels great and it smells great. And I was like, give me my jacket back, you creep. So yeah, it's a really premium grade jacket and it's got a great range of movement. All right, so next up, is this Speed and Strength jacket. This is the first motorcycle jacket I ever got, and I kept it because I still really like it. I picked up this one in an extra small. It's great because it has this removable liner, so in the summertime you can take it out, and as it cools off you can add it back in, and the liner also has an extra pocket that can fit your phone. And so that is kind of essential because these other pockets are just way too small to fit a phone. This pocket, oh look, I've got a receipt. This pocket I can only fit about half my hand in, and then this pocket through here, I think I could cram my phone in. I can definitely get a wallet in there, but it's just not quite enough space for anything significant. So definitely nowhere near as much of pocket space as the ATWYLD jacket, but I would often pair this jacket with a belt bag or a backpack typically. This jacket has some great ventilation in here too, so this is definitely more the summer jacket. It came with padding in it. However, I took all of that out because, as I said earlier, it's really heavy. It's not as nice as this armored shirt. Now, if I were just getting a jacket for the first time, I think this is a great affordable option if you're not ready to purchase something that's like a heavier weight leather or something like that. Because this jacket ships with armor in it, it's a great launching off point if this is your first ride, if this is your first bike, or if you are on the back of the bike and you don't have one of your own. It's just like a really good entry-level jacket. It's got gussets here, zipper ones, that can accommodate more hip and butt if you need it to. Otherwise, if you're leaner, you can zip them down. So I think that contributes a lot to the fit. Even not just like your body shape, but if you're wearing something extra underneath. And then you can also tighten through here. So if you want to kind of maintain that silhouette, this jacket is great for that. So it's got vents through here, in the back. Sometimes vents are just like, it's whatever. If you watch the Fort 9 episode on like ventilation and functionality and jackets and stuff, he was saying how if it doesn't have an exit point, it's kind of a pointless vent. And this jacket may have a few pointless vents, but the idea of the vents keeps you cool up here. And then this jacket, similar to the other jacket, has the same lines where it's a straight up, and so you can snap the lapels out like that, or You can zip all the way up and have a little bit more of a cafe look. But this one doesn't have any of that little collar. So that's what this jacket looks like with the armored shirt and all zipped up. I forgot to mention I customized mine. Of course. Okay. And I would show you what that jacket looks like, or what this jacket looks like without the armor, but if you wear it without any armor, it's just a jacket. I don't think this has no Kevlar or anything that'll really be highly abrasion resistant. It's basically a shell to house the armor, and in the event of a crash, like, this wouldn't cut it. You definitely want to be wearing armor, either the armor that came with this or upgrade to something more lightweight and premium like the armored shirt that I'm wearing. I did forget to mention too that on the sleeve there's also room to open up. So I think I had the sleeve on the smallest setting, which I did, and so if I needed more room with my arms with the armor inside there, I can snap between 3 different levels of armhole size. So that's really handy around the wrist and elbow. And then of course they've got Velcro here. Okay, if you made it this far, you deserve a bonus. Now, this jacket is not an official riding jacket, but it is a heavyweight leather, and it's a great look for maybe someone, maybe you don't ride full time, or you tend to be on the back, or you tend to be a passenger, or you just like the moto jacket look and want some recommendations. I do wear this on the bike sometimes because it will offer a little bit of protection, especially with abrasion. And then if I wear it with the armored shirt, then I get some impact protection as well. But this isn't marketed as a motorcycle safety piece. It's just motorcycle inspired. But I like wearing it anyway, so. This jacket is by Straight to Hell Apparel. The liner is not nearly as premium as the ATWYLD jacket. This is not like a taffeta blend. This is just kind of a quilted, like, if anything, that's my least favorite thing about this jacket is the liner. But, you know, that's just on the inside. It's really not a big deal, and it's strong enough to resist whatever I'm up to. It's got a zipper pocket over here for any essentials, so I like to put my wallet in there. It's got some great pockets through here that can house a pretty good amount of stuff, and then smaller ones down here. So sometimes I put stickers in here to give to people. This one, pretty much the main look is leaving it open or zipping it up to about there and getting your Wild Ones look. If you want to be Marlon Brando, like I always want to be. And this jacket actually has the sleeve zippers on top. And so I wish that the ATWYLD jacket were like this. If I had any suggestions for redesign, I would love for the sleeve zippers to be up here because they are very handy to have, and I like them being at the top because they're out of the way. And I can do all sorts of stuff with my life, and I don't have the hardware scratching up anything that's below me. So I really appreciate that design feature. Now, I think you could, these lapels, snaps do come up, and you could tuck this to being zipped up all the way to here, and then you have a neckline like that, but I just don't quite like this as much. I definitely prefer the look of it partially unzipped. So yeah, Straight to Hell Apparel, I'm pretty sure they're out of Chicago, and they seem to be great people. I know them through the grapevine, not personally, but through a storefront here in Milwaukee that I bought this from. Patronize local businesses and small businesses if you can. But yeah, this jacket just has a really great look, and it also is low enough in the back to cover up most things. If you wear a good like mid-rise jean, or even I think you can get away with a low-rise jean in this jacket and nothing will be hanging out the back. So this is a great one for a cheaper alternative to the ATWYLD jacket. Okay, I'm not entirely confident about the audio quality of this video because I realize now that sometimes I was in front of the mic and it's a directional mic, so it likely didn't pick up any sound. So if that happened, I am truly sorry. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. If you liked anything you saw, I will have links down in the description where you can potentially purchase things online, or track them down some other way. If you're into this shirt right here, it's one of my designs that I am selling on my store, Greatly Supply Co. So you can check on that if you're interested as well. It even comes in white, and it comes in a hoodie, and I've got a whole bunch of other cool motorcycle and cafe racer and coffee inspired apparel on there. So if you want to support me as a small business and an entrepreneur, go ahead and do that. So follow me on Instagram if you like what I'm up to and are curious about what I'm doing in the meantime, and I'll see you next time.